to anybody who is here. We are the Minnesota Spirit Hunters, and we're here to just communicate.
Hello there, everyone. I am Brandon from Minnesota Spirit Hunters, and we also have Rachel with us from Minnesota Spirit Hunters, one of my hunters. We have a very special guest tonight. Here he is.
Special definitely describes it, but
unique, would that be good too?
yeah.
So how you been doing?
I'm still trying to recover from work last night. Last night was hell, but you know, I made it. That's what's important.
Yep.
That's good.
So, what is going to be coming new for your paranormal team?
Honestly, with the winter months hitting, I usually don't do a whole lot, but it's hard to say. Yeah, I'm connected to so many different teams. I never know what's coming up. I know my usual partner in crime is having surgery in January, so I know he's going to be out of commission for a few months. I have something special planned for him whenever he's back on his feet. He already knows what it is, but we're going to have fun with that. And that is Mr. Jeff Matt of All American Paranormal. Very cool cat. You know, former Army vet.
Cool.
Crazy as could be.
That's even better.
Yeah. That's half the reason why we're friends. We're both lunatics.
I get it. Trust me, I get that.
I know.
What state are you in?
I'm in Kentucky.
Oh, so the weather for you is bad in Kentucky?
No, not yet. I just start to chill things out, especially as busy as September, October, November have been. I just take a break, and that way I can watch the weather because I don't get out with the stupid people.
You got to come up to Minnesota and come hunt with us. We'll do it in the dead of winter. It's fine.
Is it a little bit flatter up there?
Yeah, we got some hills here in Minnesota.
Yeah, well, we got hills and stupid curves included in the hills, so
yeah, you guys must get a lot of ice stuff, right? Yeah.
Sometimes it's not a whole lot of snow, but the ice is what gets you.
Yeah, I know that.
When I went down to Pennsylvania this last summer, I met up with Matt Barron, and the roads there, some of them are just freaking terrifying.
Yeah, well, Pennsylvania's kind of terrifying. No offense, Matt, but because we were in Gettysburg in the later part of June.
Yeah.
For a family vacation.
Cool.
I actually started breaking my oldest two kids into investigating there. So that was fun. They enjoyed it.
Good.
There you go.
So while I can, yeah.
Do you have a place that you just absolutely want to investigate?
In the States or abroad?
No, anywhere.
In the States, I don't know. I've already investigated so many different places. I'd say definitely Missouri State Penitentiary and the Indiana State Sanitarium. I want to check those two places out. Abroad, I have two specific ones, and that is the Suicide Forest in Japan.
Oh, that's intriguing for sure.
and the Tsar's Palace in St. Petersburg, Russia.
That one would be cool.
I don't think
Yeah.
you'll be going to Russia anytime soon, though.
Well, I didn't say I was going to do it tomorrow. Hell, it's starting to freeze up there. I'll take get me a dog sled and just go across the strait and keep on trucking. They'll never know I'm there.
Straight through Siberia. You'll be fine.
It'll be fine. It'll be okay.
Yeah, Suicide Forest, I don't know about that one. I've heard pretty much like as soon as you step into it, you start getting like overwhelmed.
Really?
Well, I'll probably be overwhelmed before I even step into it.
Yeah.
I was in New York City in 2003. It was 18 months after 9/11.
Jeez.
And I had to go back to my hotel and hide until it got dark because I could still hear screams. I was like, no, we're not playing that game. No way.
Yeah.
So I hid and then ran around the city till 3 a.m.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah, because you're a medium, aren't you?
To an extent, yeah. My gifts are kind of wonky. That depending on where I'm at, they portray things differently.
Yeah.
So it's all a matter
That's
of
cool.
how the energy flows through the building and stuff.
That's cool. I wish I had that talent.
Sometimes.
Yeah, I guess. You know.
Well, yeah, like you were saying, that kind of a tragedy, I can only imagine. That would, oof.
I don't think I could ever do that because I remember that day so clearly. I was in 9th grade and we heard about it in the hallways, but then I was on my way to like science class or something, and then they had the big box TVs and they turned it on and everyone was in shock. I mean, that was just, you could see everything because it was live, and that was terrifying. I don't think I could do that one.
Yeah, it was not fun. Even just going to the Statue of Liberty over the summer, the ferry on the way back to where we caught it, the terminal, got a little too close, and I could still feel the energy just radiate off the city because it's on that southern end there.
Yeah.
When 9/11 happened. So I was like, you all need to move this boat faster. I'm not doing this.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I mean, I was still in school when it happened. I was actually homesick that day, and one of my best buddies called me up, and he's like, "Dude, you see what the heck's going on? Turn your TV on." I'm like, "What the heck? Okay." And I mean, it was all over every freaking news channel.
Yeah. It was all over the news for what, like weeks or a couple of months at least. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that was crazy.
I was at school. It was my senior year.
Oh.
And I rode into third period, and they had it on the TV and stuff. Because the first two periods I had choir, so we were singing. We didn't pay attention to crap. By third period, which was current events, of course, it was all over the TV. So we were watching this happen. Afterward, I would bounce through the hall singing "It's the End of the World as We Know It."
Yeah.
And honestly, I wasn't wrong.
Yeah. Pretty much.
But we got picked up from school. We went home early, and we were playing basketball, and my brother turns around and breaks his foot. So we were in the ER on 9/11 that evening watching it on the TV with the nurses.
Oh my gosh.
Man.
Oh my gosh. That's crazy.
It was a wild night for sure. We're still not even sure how he broke his foot while we were playing basketball.
I was gonna say.
I don't know if he rolled it and had too much weight on it at the wrong angle or what, but yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Broke his foot down on it wrong. Yeah, it could be a whole bunch of different things.
I broke my wrist once on the bunny hill because I didn't know how to snowboard. Thank But
You're welcome. That's some talent there.
they brought me to like the they have that like whatever health office there at on the slopes or near the slopes, and I couldn't move my hand obviously, and some little teenage girls were in there complaining about pain and stuff, and the nurse turns to them and says, "See, this is an actual injury." And I was there with my boyfriend at the time, now my husband, and his family, like his mom and stuff, and they had to rush me to the ER to get a cast and stuff. It was so embarrassing. Oh my god.
Like, well, this date went well.
I won't be snowboarding anytime soon, guys.
It's one of those good memories though.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Oh,
I mean, at least you didn't do worse, so there's that.
It's somebody told me, I think the doctor told me, you can tell him I was doing like a trick and I broke my wrist that way. So it's not as
on the bunny slope.
Exactly. I sucked. Let's just put it that way.
So, what are your plans for the next coming year with your team?
Coming year? I want to get a couple people out and start getting them trained and stuff. Yeah. And get ready for Global Ghost Hunt in May. I want to try to get Talk to Gone Hall in April. As you know, I live in the same freaking state. I've never been there because it's still like a 5-hour drive.
That's not bad. You can do it.
Well, yeah, but we won't say how fast I'll drive.
You get there in 3 hours.
Depending on traffic. Okay. I mean, it was basically a 5-hour drive for last Saturday when we went to Indiana.
Oh.
And even stopping in Lexington to drop a couple of people off.
Yeah.
I still made it home in 4.5 hours.
Good timing.
And that's what the stupid Indiana speeds are. Oh my god. Do not take 150 in or out of Indiana. I'm just saying.
When we went to Pennsylvania, on the way there, we took no toll roads. It took us
my god
17 hours to get there.
We took it was not this past summer, the summer before, we took a trip to New York, and then a hurricane was coming. So then we had to quickly leave, and we drove all the way down. We drove all the way down to Florida, and by that point, we were just so fucking exhausted because we had all 4 kids with us, you know, and so.
I was throwing myself out of the moving vehicle.
That was a long ass drive. Let's put it that way.
Leaving New York and going to Florida, yeah.
And on the way back, we took the toll roads and we did it in 14 and a half.
Yeah, I got bills in the mail from the tolls. Trust me. I was like, holy shit, this is expensive as fuck if you take the toll. Excuse my language, but I mean.
You're talking to the wrong person with that one.
I don't know, you know, swearing wise, if it's, you know, YouTube does not like that sometimes. So.
Yes, Ray. There, Greg. I just put Abby Normal on here because I'm kind of like that.
Abby Normal.
Yeah. If anyone is, yes, I'm from Kentucky. And if you've ever seen Young Frankenstein, that's where that comes from. Brandon knows what I'm talking about. Watch him. He knows where that comes from.
I've seen it.
I mean, it's better than what I was playing Phasmophobia under earlier. It started out as Captain Brown Pants.
Captain Brown Pants.
Yeah. And then we'd go into locations that had teddy bears, and I'd steal the teddy bears and throw them in the truck. So
you would steal them?
Yeah, you can pick them up and pack them out and toss them in the truck. So that becomes, won't you be my teddy bear? Then we had like 3 games straight, and each time we weren't getting hardly anything on the game. And each time it ended up being just a regular spirit, even though we were all dying. But it was just a regular spirit. And I was like, say spirit one more time.
How
It's
much
funny.
does that game cost, by the way?
Huh?
How much does that game cost?
$13.99.
Well,
Not bad. Not bad.
No. And it's a load of fun.
Cool.
It's better when you have other people to play with because, you learn very quickly, oh crap, oh crap, oh crap.
Yeah.
This man's coming after me, I'm going to die.
I like indie games that are cheap like that. What the fuck?
Oh, yeah.
Sorry. I have a kitten named Spirit, by the way, that is insane and running around. So
What I just...
what?
The joke about I'll say spirit one more time.
I know.
Yeah.
It works. It's promoting the team there.
Yeah. That's what it is.
So, do you have a favorite piece of equipment?
Actually, I have 2 that I use together that I've just started doing, and I love it because the results have been incredible. And it's the SB7 with this voice recorder in the same hand, because everything that I couldn't catch up the first time with my ears is right there in that voice recorder. So the entire Spirit Box session stuff is being recorded at the same time within reach, so it has just great results.
What's your least favorite piece of equipment?
Phone apps and SLS.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I have no use for any of those.
I always thought that REM pods are questionable.
Okay. I know what you're talking about, Greg.
Sorry. Just because REM pods can be affected by like mics or like walkies and stuff like that.
Yeah, I like the proximity ones more that you have to literally touch to set off.
Yeah.
Those are better.
Yeah.
So
one of the tools that I have found that works really well is the EM pump.
Oh, what?
I've actually got one of those in the mail. My girlfriend doesn't know it yet.
It puts out energy so that the spirits stop
using
your batteries off of your equipment.
Yep, I gotcha. I know what you're talking about now.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. I've found that actually really helps because there were times where our cameras were going dead within 20 minutes, 30 minutes.
Yeah.
And now that I use the EM pump, if I can tell that there's something there and I can see that they're trying to draw energy from other stuff, I just start flipping that thing on and off, because I do it in like 10-second increments, and like the cameras still last like 2 hours now.
Was that expensive?
I want to say it was like $70-$80, I think.
Oh, that's not bad. That's not bad. I follow Bill Chappell, and his like all the stuff he creates, and I'm like, and I get to see because I pay for his like Twitter thing, and so you get the first introduction to stuff to reserve it. Man, I wish I had more money to spend.
Right?
His shit is cool. I mean,
it's all wasted on Ghost Adventures episodes.
I know it is.
I think we got ours from Dee's Ghost.
Oh, yeah. Well, eventually, like some of these ghost shows just hire their own engineers, that part of the team, and they build their own shit. And I actually like that. One of the shows that was on like Discovery Plus, there was a female engineer, which I really enjoyed because she was very independent, stood up for herself, was strong. I mean, she created all this cool equipment. It was pretty badass. So it was nice to see that. Yeah. I think there should be more females out there.
The the circuit boards and soldering and all that, see what I can come up with. But
Yeah,
I haven't done it yet.
I think that'd be so much fun to do that.
I would have to get better at soldering.
That's what she said. I'm just kidding.
You get used to it after a while.
That's just getting a decent solder gun.
Yeah.
I mean, I've had to take apart like video game or like controllers and fix them for the kids, or like a Nintendo Switch. I had to take that thing apart and repair it. I mean, as long as you have the right stuff, and YouTube helps. So
me, I've just got an old-fashioned soldering gun, one that you just plug in. You got to sit there and wait for it to warm up for freaking like 10 minutes.
So not much engineering.
I mean, I've fixed remotes, I've fixed game systems, I've fixed all kinds of crap. So yeah,
you do what you got to do. My kids already broke my TV out in the living room. There's like where you can see the screen that's different colors on this TV now, and it's like I'm not even gonna. That's at this point it's not even worth getting a TV fixed. You might as well just buy a new one.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because you'd be talking about replacing the whole entire screen is what it would be.
Exactly, and it's not worth it.
No, the screen would cost more than what the new TV would cost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How was your Thanksgiving?
It was good. It was good. I worked the night before, but then I got off work and got some rest and got up, went to my parents' house. My grandma was in from Ohio, so I got to visit with her.
Good.
I ate there. Then I went to Moorhead that Greg was talking about and ate somewhere else. And then I went this past Saturday to another one in Lexington and ate there. And so,
good.
Good all around.
So you probably still have leftovers in the fridge.
No, I ate everywhere else. That means I didn't have leftovers. They had leftovers.
We cooked here, so we have a lot of leftovers. It's been like 5 days of ham, and the kids eventually get over it. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. We've still got like 2.5 pies sitting in the freaking fridge.
You do. Our pies were the first ones to run out. Trust me.
Yeah. Sweet stuff disappears faster than anything around here.
Yeah.
Except for my pumpkin roll. I'm the only one that eats that sucker, so I don't have to worry about sharing.
A pumpkin roll?
Yeah.
What is that?
Huh?
A pumpkin roll? What is it?
I know what he's talking about. It's kind of like a giant Swiss cake roll.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's
pumpkin.
Like a pumpkin cake, and it has like cream filling inside of it and stuff. It's really good.
All right.
They make red velvet rolls like that too.
Yep.
Interesting. Is that a down south thing, or is that?
I guess that's just more of an Eastern thing.
Okay. That's fine.
Yeah, this side of the Mississippi.
We got hot dishes for you, so here in Minnesota, I can make a super awesome tater tot hot dish if you come up here. So
I would eat that.
It's delicious. Trust me.
Trust me, my list of things that I won't eat is a whole lot shorter than the things I will eat.
Have you had caviar ever?
I don't think I've ever tried caviar. No,
it's delicious. You can get it at like
calamari.
a Walmart or something. Oh, I've eaten that. Yeah, I like to experiment with things with different foods. That's the fun of it, right?
Definitely.
I mean, that's why going overseas would be fun too. It's paranormal stuff and food. That would be awesome. Good
Except
beer.
for Ireland. I love Ireland, but I know
Irish.
once I get there,
I
have a lot of Irish descent. Once I get there, I'll never be sober enough to find an airport.
All right. You're a true Irishman then. I would love to go. Ireland is my dream to go investigate. That would be, I mean,
that would be really cool.
That would be the castles and all that stuff. Like it is my dream someday when the kids are older.
Well, my bet is you probably wouldn't even have to really even go to the castles to find activity. You could just step into any bar over there and probably find activity.
Probably. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure those, if you walk in the
there at the bar with equipment running and stuff and just pour me another.
Yeah, I bet they have great stories to tell too. So.
Oh yeah. Another place I've always wanted to check out was the catacombs in Paris. I thought that'd be pretty cool.
That would be awesome.
That place scares me. No.
I heard they turned it into like a haunted thing during Halloween and stuff. Like,
yeah, but nobody's explored all those, and you don't know what's living down there or who's living down there, and I'd just rather not.
They just it's pretty controlled though, isn't it? You can only go so far.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
they actually have quite a bit of it open. I mean, there are people that have gotten lost down there.
Yeah, I know that.
But I do think it's cool that they have like restaurants and stuff down in there. So
yeah, but people take stupid risks. Then though, it's not worth the risk of.
Me, I'd be the one walking around with a rope tied around my waist.
Yeah, that's smart.
I'd do a pull on the outside.
Yeah, that'd be the only way I do that.
I mean, I also love to just go to New Orleans and investigate the entire French Quarter.
We went there. We
just
stopped
shut
in
down
Louisiana.
6 blocks and let us go for it.
Yeah,
that's all we ask.
They had that like Wiccan store and stuff when we went down there. A couple years ago.
They have voodoo shops and everything down there.
Yeah, I love it. It's so interesting and fun to learn about. I mean,
we were down there for like 4 days. The first day I used GPS. After that, it's like I'd lived there all my life.
Yeah.
That's my connection to New Orleans. It's strong. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, here in a few minutes, we're going to do a intermission quick, and then we'll come back and
how quick is it quick for Marcus? This is somebody that was taught to put videos together like Matt Barron.
Looks like about 5 minutes of video.
Yeah. So don't say quick.
I'm not the one that made them, so.
You got time.
Yeah.
Any questions before we go to intermission?
No.
All right.
I was waiting.
It's been coming up like sun above. It's making us come together. Been making plans and joining hands. Come by me, stand and come together. When they know we've had enough, they'll try and call our bluff. But no, there's no stopping us. We're making a promise. Yeah, we're starting up something. We're starting up something. Oh. Yeah, we're starting up something. We're starting up something. Oh, we're starting up something. We're starting up something. Oh, yeah, we're starting up something. We're starting up something. They say we're weak when we don't speak, but they don't see us come together. Behind closed doors, we choose love, not war. It's at our core when we come together. They will hear us loud and clear. We'll walk right through the fear. And then once we'll all appear and say, we're standing right here. Come on. Yeah, we're starting up something. We're starting up something. Oh, yeah, we're starting up something. We're starting up something. Oh, yeah, we're starting up something. We're starting up something. Oh, yeah, we're starting up something. We're starting up something. Oh, yeah, we're starting up something.
You're on a little bit.
We're back. We do have a trailer for one of our latest episodes that we can show here in a few minutes. How's everybody doing?
Awesome.
I'm alive.
Yeah.
Your thoughts on provoking?
It depends on the situation. If I know something's actively going after people, I won't go after it. But other than that, I prefer to be, polite, courteous, and talk to them like they're people. Because they are people. They just no longer have bodies.
Yeah.
But yeah, depending on what it is and stuff, I know to provoke a little bit. I've been called a few choice names in the process.
Come on, say something. I kind of do the same thing.
Oh no, I get mean with it.
Do you do that alone ever, or are you with people if you do that?
Usually I'm with other people.
Okay.
Like the group that I went with last Saturday, my buddy Jeff introduced me to, and I'm in the process of becoming a part of that group as well. And they're called the Spirit Mechanics. They're out of Lexington, Kentucky. This is the group that Amy Allen has on speed dial.
Oh, Amy Allen?
Yeah.
Wow, I am jealous.
Yeah.
She's one of I admire her greatly.
Group is nothing but psychics and mediums.
Yeah.
And they're incredible. Incredible people, incredible at what they do.
Stop doing the blanket thing. Sorry.
And trust me, when they walk into a house and they get the clients out, the provocation's on.
She's super strong and intense with her, talents. But I always wonder how difficult it is afterwards with the things she encounters,
Yeah.
Because it's totally different.
You can usually tell when it's a true case, though, because that's when she's like, I have a team that I need you to reach out to. And that's that team.
Yeah.
And they have, occultists. Yeah. They have Christians. They have exorcists. They have a little bit of everything on their team, and they are good at what they do.
Amy Allen is very impressive. I watch every single one of those episodes.
But so hopefully I get to meet her soon.
I would be so jealous. Please take a selfie.
Definitely. I will take a selfie and share it on social media.
Yeah, and will you crop my face in so it's personal friends now? Okay, Mike says hi.
It's like Rachel was there.
I just walked in the door.
He just got home from work and stuff. We're talking about Amy Allen. Yeah, he might meet her.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
She's very impressive.
Exactly.
Yes. I have got to meet Dave Schrader. I love Dave to death. Dave is an incredible person.
I've met him twice. We went to the Palmer House and investigated with him and Shane Pittman and Bill Chappell and Sarah Lamos. Yeah. We actually were messaging back and forth on his birthday. Because I hadn't talked to him in a little while. He's like, "What's up? How's it going?" And he's so nice.
Oh yeah.
He lives in the same state as I.
Just a genuinely good person. And I love him to death.
Yeah, he really is. His wife is really cool too. Winnie, she's awesome.
Yeah.
And he has a big family. So
oh God, yes. Lord have mercy, that boy.
He's been a busy man, that's for sure.
Nothing but love, though, Dave. Nothing but love.
I love Dave. He's definitely a role model of mine. So
he was at Scarefest this past year, and I met him before that in August at Bobby Mackey's.
Oh, cool.
He was up there with the G Crew, which includes Nick Groff.
Yeah. Was his wife there too?
Yeah, his wife was there.
Yeah.
And that was a fun experience. And then I went up there and saw him at Scarefest and hung out. My buddy Jeff went up the night before. He works with Ghost Hunt Weekends as well.
Oh, cool.
And so he's investigated with a lot of the celebrities. He started down this right beside Dave Schrader was Taps from Ghost Hunt. And he starts down through there. Steve and Dave see him, stop who they're talking to, yell out Jeff, and walk out and around and just stand there and talk to him for like 10 minutes.
I'm jealous. You've got to travel a lot.
Yeah, we went to Madison Seminary. We had Kalani Smith with us. Kalani's such a fun guy to investigate with.
Stop.
Jeff went to Post Town Elementary in Cincinnati with him not too long ago. Actually, it was the same weekend that I went to Indiana with Spirit Mechanics. So
cool. Do you have kids or no?
One that I've always wanted to do an investigation with would be Omar Gosh.
Really?
I thought it would be really fun to do an investigation with him.
He's definitely. Seems like it'd definitely be a fun time. You know, like. Oh, yeah. You go with the right people. Stop! Please stop! She's trying to brush my hair. If you go with the right people that are open and, you know, a little sarcastic sometimes, and it can be, you can investigate and be professional, but it can still be fun at the same time. So, and he's that type of dude.
That's going out with us.
Yeah.
We take what we do seriously. We do not take ourselves seriously.
Exactly. Yeah, that's how I feel too. I always tell my kids, it's good to be different. It's good to be unique because be proud of the differences and everything about you. I mean, that's what makes you awesome.
You don't have to fit in.
Exactly.
When you quit trying to fit in, you will find the right people.
Yeah.
Like I tell my kids all the time, there is no normal.
Yeah, exactly.
Everybody's different.
Exactly. I remember when we had our first kid, you think about what they're going to look like, you know? And Mike's like, I have this colic. I hope they don't have this colic like right on their head. I was like, oh, I hope that they're not like, I hated being a redhead growing up because freckles, redhead doesn't match the drapes, shit like that. And I played the flute when American Pie came out. So that was really fucking embarrassing. Yeah, so.
There's one time at band camp.
Yeah. Nice. And then, of course, all of our kids have my husband's colic that he didn't want. Every single one in the same spot.
Everything that you don't like about yourself is what your kids end up inheriting.
Yes.
It really is.
It's 100% true. I have 4 of them to prove it. Yeah. And I have 2 little daughters, and I'm nervous as hell for them to be teenagers because, my dad had we had 4 girls and 1 boy in my house. So if a boy showed up at the house, he would ask his name and then come out with a bat and say, "Weird, my bat's name is Kyle too," or whatever.
A bat? No. I have machetes.
Oh, no one's coming for you then.
It's like, Bobby, you want to find out how sharp this is?
Oh my god! It's like you're in a horror movie or something right now.
Actually, I'm one of those people. I would take and wait for them to show up. I'd wear nothing but a pair of overalls with one side hanging down, playing with my belly button the entire time I'm talking to him.
Oh my god, your kids are gonna kill you too.
I have no problems embarrassing people at all.
I don't either. It's fine.
However, the only ones that I'd really embarrass is probably my girlfriend's daughter. She would be the one that get embarrassed. My kids are used to me. They join in. They don't care.
Yeah.
That is one part of my personality I'm glad they got is the sarcasm and the ability to just, take the joke and run with it.
Yeah, me too. 100%. Sarcasm is like 50 or it's like 70% of my lifestyle.
It's an Irish thing.
Same
It really
thing
is.
Funny.
My
If you
oldest
can't
is
speak
going to be
fluent
15 in
sarcasm, there's a
February,
problem.
which means I need to start teaching someone how to drive.
Okay.
Oh, I've got 2 with permits right now. So
You got what?
I've got 2 kids with permits right now.
Oh.
You know the pain that I'm going to come into then.
Yeah. Good luck.
Oh. That's crazy. Okay, so what else? What are we doing next soon?
Well, we have the one that's rescheduled, the Anoka Tunnel.
Yeah. And there's gonna be like 6 inches of snow. So we're true Minnesotans right there.
Yeah.
There you go. There you go.
And then I think after that,
The cemetery too, still, right?
Planned. Besides Boyd House.
But that's in January, right? Yeah, I'm so pumped for the Boyd House.
Oh yeah, same thing here.
I've never been, so as you know.
Oh,
So this
last
is-
time we went, there was a lot of activity.
The spirit, sorry.
I'm waiting to see when I make it back to Bobby Mackey's.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be so much fun.
Yeah, Bobby Mackey's is a mixed bag. It really is. Some
I'm
people
sure.
get a lot of activity, other people don't get crap. It's a bar.
How do you rent it out? Is that what you do, or do you go with like a group and like?
I've rented it out before. Brian Laverty came down, went with me. Patty Adams came up, she went with me.
How much was it?
It's $600, but you get 5 hours. However, it's not exactly a really big location.
Not. Ooh, that's an investment compared to the Boyd House. The Boyd House is an amazing deal.
Yeah.
West Virginia Penitentiary over it is like 6 to 9 hours, and you pay $1,100 for it. So at that point, Bobby Mackey's looks a lot better.
Yeah. Well, that's like something that a bunch of us should plan and like split and like, you know what I mean? I mean, that's the only way that shit's gonna work.
Some of the season 3 episodes that we have kind of planned it that way.
Yeah. I mean, it makes sense.
Like we have Brushy Mountain State Penitentiary in there, and
down that way, taking hit Octagon Hall too, because it's like $300, and you get it for a good 8 to 10 hours, and it's pretty active too. That's why I can't wait to get there, because I really want to see how it reacts to me.
But you're not going alone, right?
No, I won't go alone.
Okay. Do you ever do like the Estes method or like solo stuff by yourself then?
I'll take off from the group and go investigate by myself, but as far as the Estes method goes, it doesn't work for me.
Okay.
All I get is static the entire time.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you think it's just you because of your
I
ability?
think it's just me.
Okay.
I know a lot of other people it works great for.
Yeah.
It doesn't work for me to save my life.
Okay. That might be for the best, I guess, if you think about it. I mean...
Yeah, I really don't want to go under that deep like that.
Exactly. Because if you have abilities like that, that would just intensify it even more if it did, right?
Oh, yeah. I've already had things try to sneak up on me before. It didn't work, but it tried.
What's the scariest place you've been, with experiences-wise?
I don't think I've really had one. I've had moments that made me jump and stuff, but nothing that's really terrified me.
Have you been scratched or anything?
No, I've seen other people that have been scratched.
Okay.
I've seen people held down in chairs. I've seen where people have been bitten.
Wow.
And I still don't hesitate. Yeah.
I feel the same way, honestly. Like I have epilepsy, and I literally have a form mailed to me today saying, if I die, what do I want to happen to me? So it's like the afterlife
A
is
lot of people. That's what I want.
the afterlife is really interesting to me though, because I want to know in case something happens. I have 4 kids. I want to know if I can still connect and I want to know. My parents raised me to learn every religion because my dad was raised in a Catholic school and he was beat by nuns and shit. So he didn't want to force that. He felt forced upon that. But I was baptized Catholic, but because of my grandparents. But how many wars have started because of religion? How many? I mean,
I don't think we have enough time for that conversation.
I know. I'm just saying, I'm interested in the aspect of, what happens next if something, were to happen to me. So I want that experience of being touched and hearing things. And
I've heard plenty. Even just walking through Gettysburg, holy crap, the shit you'll hear.
Really?
Oh my God, yeah. I've heard names screamed in my ear in parking lots. I've heard whispers come from, small alleys between houses.
Yeah.
And
you're lucky. I'm so jealous. I'm so jealous.
Yeah. I guess
it's harder for us because we have I have a 13, 12-year-old, or 11-year-old, a 7-year-old, and a 4-year-old. So traveling is difficult, So I'm jealous of your experiences. What?
I said I saw her peeking back there.
Trying to pee. He waved at you.
All right, here in a minute, I am going to play the trailer for one of our latest episodes.
Sounds good.
All right, see you guys here in a minute.
Enjoy it.
Hopefully just over there. There's a thing right back here.
Brandon had to walk away from...
Is this about the area that you were feeling something, or?
Yeah, kind of right up here at the top of the alley.
Okay, let's check it out.
It's the sound we're testing, babe. You can just play it back.
Okay, that's awkward. Check that out. Half on the back, half off.
You said you were feeling uneasy over here?
We have some newer graves, and we also have some older graves.
No, because it was still in the parking lot.
Right.
Someone's in the bathroom.
That episode was supposed to be coming out tomorrow, but Marcus told me that it's going to be delayed by one day. He said he's got a couple of things that he needs to finish up on it. So not tomorrow, but the day after, we'll be airing that episode.
Perfect. I won't be in it. I'll just say that.
Your thoughts on going and investigating by yourself?
It just depends on the location and stuff. Of course, if I walk up to a building and I just have this feeling, I'm like, no, this is not the place for that. I'll just walk away. But there are some places I know I would walk into without hesitation.
You sense it, what's right and what's comfortable and what's not, basically. Yeah. I really like the solo thing, just because I feel like being in a space by yourself that's quiet and you're comfortable because you're alone and you can ask questions. You don't have to worry about like talking over people or anything then either. You know, I like that idea as long as it's safe. You know, be safe about it. That's all that fucking matters.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, I
it's,
mean, that's also why you can, you can sit in a room, but still have people outside the door,
Yeah.
like in a room that's right across too. I
Yeah.
mean,
Exactly. Yeah.
I mean,
my
stuff
big
like that
thing-
and stuff I'll do all day long.
yeah.
But usually, if I roll up to a location, I don't go by myself. One, you never know who's going to be around.
Yeah.
Yep.
Two, if there's a medical emergency or something, you want someone that's close by that can, call 911 or whatever. So
I know that from experience with my epilepsy, so it's fine.
yeah.
They
Well,
say
I'm a
I can go
heart
3
patient
minutes.
too, so
You got what?
I'm a heart patient. So
Oh, what's your condition? Is it?
it's congenital. I was born with it.
My
but
brother
I have
had
something
that.
called Marfan syndrome too,
Okay.
and I developed aneurysms very easily.
Oh.
And I
You take
did back in
meds?
2008.
Yeah.
And they had to do surgery.
Yeah.
Caught staph infection a year later, and they had to redo the surgery.
My grandma died from a staph infection.
hmm When I got
That's
to the
scary.
ER and they checked my blood pressure, they said, your top number's in the 40s. We can't find a bottom number. We don't know how
Wow.
you're alive. I said, yep,
Terrifying.
and I'm laying here cracking jokes.
I do the same.
I was.
My thoughts on the whole, by yourself thing is
Yeah.
like you were saying. I mean, you never know what you're gonna find when you walk into a place. You could find somebody that's hiding out there, or you could find something that you don't even want to mess with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What if it's like a house though, or that a person has a serious issue and you like you're their last hope for help then? I mean, do you say no? Do you walk away or do you call and hopefully have the right people in contact? I mean,
Well, I definitely have the right people in contact.
you do, yeah. you got Amy Allen on speed dial, so I'm just
Well, I don't have Amy Allen on speed dial. She has the group that I'm, training with.
That's
on speed
awesome.
dial. But
So
the SpiritMax
have-
mechanics, they're extremely knowledgeable. You guys would love to. You guys would
I
love them
bet.
if you had them on the show.
I bet you could spend like hours and hours just like learning and hearing everything about them and.
Oh
I
yeah,
mean,
and also we just shoot the shit and
yeah,
have way too much fun together.
that's awesome. I'm so jealous of that.
Honestly, I think with the whole, because I've got Marcus's number, I've got Rochelle in contact.
Yeah.
I've got almost everybody in the group in contact. So I mean, it wouldn't be hard to get someplace if we had to right away.
If there was something actually evil, like if you believe in heaven and hell, right, and you believe in spirits, then you believe in demons, right? So in that situation, what would the team do?
That we would have to bring somebody else in because
we don't know a demonologist, right?
Well, we know one, but he's in a different state. So
okay.
I mean, we'd have to get into contact with somebody that's around here.
Yeah, I think that's a good list to make. Have you ever run into anything that's like demon wise yourself?
Demon wise, no.
Yeah, no, never.
Huh. In fact, even the last one where it was going after the couple's children.
Yeah.
They were not demons.
It's just bad. It's just crabby old.
They were kind of like wraiths. The best way to describe one is they look like dementors.
I love that comparison.
That's seriously what they look like, but they were going after children. So we got rid of them.
Okay. Good.
Rather by force, actually.
How do you get rid of them? Do you guys pray and stuff and do all that, or do you have other ways of doing it? Or
we have other ways of doing it.
Okay, that's what I always wondered because that goes to the religious thing and how I'm not.
A lot of us are really good with energy manipulation.
Oh.
So
how does that work?
Did you ever watch Watchmen, the movie?
Of course.
You know, at the end where Dr. Manhattan makes Rorschach explode?
Yeah.
It was kind of like that.
Oh, wow. That's...
Everybody focuses and...
It's
This
like
is why the video kept losing focus, Brandon.
That's
and what's
crazy.
funny is, like 2 years ago, I would not be able to be this honest about things.
Why?
I would not be able to open up this much because I live in the Bible Belt.
Trust me. Yeah, I understand that.
So I'm starting to come out of my shell a bit more and be able to talk about more. Getting to know so many people that are like me with the same interests and other people with abilities and this and that and stuff. It helps.
That's one thing about that living down south is people still have to live sometimes in secret in their lives because such a
because I
stigma.
know a lot of witches and stuff in this area and stuff, but a lot of them can't be extremely open about it because of you come down here. Just in this area alone, I'd say there's at least almost 1,000 churches.
Oh my God. I would hate that. I was born in
like a 10-mile radius, there's probably 1,000 churches or more. So
I lived in Oklahoma and I was born in Nebraska, but my mom always said that it was like the good old boys club. Always. The good old white boys club. They ruled everything. And she hated it because my mom was she was a feminist, a hippie, back in the day. So, they did their fair share of.
I'm sure.
What?
I said, I'm sure.
Yeah.
And some things never change, right, Rachel?
Never.
Yeah.
Even when I'm like 80, I'll still be like in the nursing home trying to find the hottest guy there. It's fine. Just kidding.
No, I'd be like, hey, do you have your card for medical marijuana, man?
I got my medical marijuana card like a few weeks ago, so I was excited about that.
See? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm serious. It was so easy too, and because we have like a Minnesota Care or whatever, through the state. So the registration fee was only $50, but that stuff is so expensive.
Oh God, yes.
I'm glad I have my license, but I'm still gonna buy it other places. Let's just put it that way.
It's like I'm going to the cheap people.
Hey, we're all a blue state now, so they're saying they're going to legalize it recreationally this year. And Jesse Ventura was even called by our governor, invited him up for when it passes.
There you go.
Yeah, he was pushing for it in 1993.
I don't see Kentucky doing that anytime soon.
No, you're
They don't
screwed.
even have medical marijuana here.
Yeah, you're screwed.
Well,
are they anti-abortion too there?
No, well, they put something up on the last election. It got voted down.
Okay.
And they were like, "Oh well, we'll just find another loophole to make this happen."
Yep.
Welcome to Kentucky.
Well, I mean, look at Colorado after they legalized it, though. I mean, look at how much money Colorado made for their state.
Yeah,
right?
It's amazing. I'm sorry, but it's a natural thing.
A lot of the towns and stuff in my area just now started selling alcohol.
What is going on?
Yeah, like liquor stores and beer and gas stations and stuff. Yeah. That was just in the last few years that they've started.
I think we can only buy 3.2 beer, right? At gas stations? Is it 3.2 beer?
Yeah, at gas stations, yeah.
And like Target and like stuff like that. Yeah.
And then you roll down to Louisiana and they have bottles of whiskey in the gas stations. I was like, I live in the wrong state.
Hey, in Kentucky, don't they just make it out in the woods somewhere and distill it and get some good whiskey?
No.
Oh no, that's moonshine. And
moonshine, that's what I'm thinking of.
There's some good stuff in that, but yeah.
That's awesome.
But yeah, there's like bourbon breweries all throughout, the western part of the state.
Yeah,
I mean, it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
And then, a lot of these places have had to fight that hard just to be able to start selling alcohol. I was like, we freaking make it.
Yeah. They even Governor Walz was like, prohibition didn't work. The drug on war didn't work. Like, let's look at all this and reclassify it and test it. And
that's why they need to be like Amsterdam. They really do.
I agree with you. Actually, Australia just did a thing where they legalized small amounts of personal drug use, and they opened up safe places for people to do them to help. Yeah, because putting them in jail is pointless. They're not going to get the help.
It's doing nothing.
Yeah, exactly.
It turns them into bigger criminals.
Yeah, I mean, what are they doing in prison? Talking to other prisoners, and then when they come out, there's no help really for that.
Drugs and
yeah, it's sad. I'm sorry.
In Indiana, there's a pharmacy called Butt Drugs. I swear to God, there is.
What is it? Butt drugs?
Yes, Butt Drugs Pharmacy. I was like, somebody spent a little too much time in jail.
I'd name a store that. That's a good one.
I knew you were going to go there.
Yeah.
Butt drugs.
Butt drugs.
That's awesome.
It's like, weren't we supposed to put this in a baggie first? What? What's Brandon?
Hey, I can legally smoke weed now, so
that's the real reason why Marcus ran. He knew what he was getting into.
I think he's shocked right now by everything that's being said. So
me? Oh no, I'm good.
Okay.
I was talking about Marcus.
Oh.
Yeah. He's
Marcus
probably like, oh my God, I'm so ashamed.
He knows. He's like, oh God, thank God I'm not on that show.
I know that there are gas stations around me that are already carrying gummies, so.
Oh yeah, they sell like the CBD gummies and stuff. But
they sell that everywhere. Yeah. It's a certain low percentage that they can have THC in it. It's like nothing, but the CBD stuff and they have HCC gummies and stuff like that. They actually work really well for like anxiety and to get a buzz.
And actually, like certain types of pain and stuff, they help.
Yep. Yeah.
Well, I mean, just look at the Native Americans. I mean, they've been using it for how many years?
Yeah.
I mean,
they also take peyote, okay? And that stuff makes you feel like you can fly. So
you got to be in a comfortable state to do that. That's for sure.
I would have to be out in the middle of nowhere with nothing high around me because I don't know. Trying to jump out. That
might be terrifying. It's like if you do ayahuasca or something, you know. Jesus.
Well, if they hadn't made it illegal in the States and stuff, I would. But
yeah, well, they're doing tests with like ecstasy and MDMA, obviously for like post-traumatic stress syndrome, and apparently it's like you do it once and you feel great, like your brain chemicals change, and
Yeah.
I'm all for that kind of stuff. If anything that can help.
Try is LSD.
What?
LSD.
Yeah, I've never done that.
Brandon's like, no, I've never done it, but I want to try it.
Yeah,
because they say after that, the way you connect to the universe and everything just completely changes.
Yeah,
you just kind of lay there and you just feel yourself connected to everything.
Yeah. Yeah.
And for, somebody like me.
Yeah. But see, that's the thing is you don't know what kind of effect it could be. That could be scary. That's why you always have to have like a sober person around for stuff like that. I feel like, just in case, because
I don't care.
Bad trips happen. Well,
I would lock myself in a room. And like shove something heavy up against the door so I couldn't get out. I was
gonna say you're just gonna kick the door in, so it doesn't matter.
Actually, that's probably not even the worst thought I would have about what I would do to the door. So they would come home and find the door exploded or something.
All you need is a World War II cannon and good to go. I was watching Mr. Ballin. You guys know that on YouTube? Yeah, so that's his like button where there's the land shark, and he installed in his window a World War II cannon just for that. So he could kill the land shark.
Stupid land shark.
Yeah, I love that guy. He's hilarious. I actually won a contest through him. I got a merch bag. I got a cup. I got a poster. I got a notebook, pen, pencil. It was awesome. I'm famous now.
Yeah.
It works. I think Brandon's done.
Oh, I'm good.
We are
a little bit over the time, but
yeah, this was fun though. Not super paranormal, but still fun, guys.
Yeah, that tends to happen around me. We start out about paranormal, and then we end up talking about everything.
I like you. Yeah, you seem like an awesome guy to hang out with. Like it would be like in Ireland in a bar, and just fucking cracking up.
Yeah, that would probably go bad too, because I'd probably look at somebody and say, "Hit me." Like most Irishmen, I'd be like, "Just punch me. Let's do this."
Yep. And they laugh afterwards, though.
They laugh afterwards and have another beer. I mean,
exactly.
It's beautiful. Around here, they start pulling weapons and calling cops and stuff. I'm like, y'all are doing it wrong.
Yeah. We obviously have an issue with guns here. Let's just say that. So.
I mean, guns are great for what they're meant to be, but I'm not going to pack one into a bar, because you start packing things into areas with a lot of people, it causes trouble.
Yeah,
if I'm going out to drink, I'm going out to have fun.
Well, it's like the latest shooting. There was one at Walmart in some state. That was, I mean, you think about the schools. Like we have kids in schools. I'm terrified.
Lot, they have somebody shot in that almost every other weekend.
Well,
even when nobody's there, they pull into the parking lot and will start shooting each other. It's like
I live like 15 minutes from Minneapolis, so there's always a story going down. And Anoka, there's always a story going down. Always. Yep. Meth addicts. You just got to go on the Facebook groups of crime, and you'll see the mugshots of everyone.
I'm just like, just take all their warning labels off, and the situation will sort itself out.
Yep, that's what I've always had to say about it.
I mean, I love people. I love taking care of people, but at a certain point, I'm just like, just take the warning labels off. Let's see what happens.
Yeah.
All right, thank you, Raymond. It was fun.
Thanks for having me.
I like
always
you.
A lot of fun.
You should come to Minnesota.
Well, you guys can come to Kentucky too. So
I have 4 kids. Remember, traveling's hard.
Well, I know that some of them's coming through for Tennessee here before long. So
unless you know a babysitter, and then I'm down. Then we can investigate. So.
Just turn the electronics on, keep them plugged in so they don't turn off. They'll never notice you're gone.
That's true. Deal.
Just, DoorDash food. It'll show up. They'll eat. They know how to use the bathroom. It'll be fine. They'll never notice you're gone.
Sounds good. All right. I'll see you in about 6 months.
Sounds good. Okay. All right, guys. You have a lovely night. And
you too.
I'll go cause some chaos, apparently.
I like that.
You guys later.
Bye, guys.
Bye.